What do you know in Portuguese?
Copo, jarafa, fazenda. A chacon, a dog is a chacon, right?
Cachorro.
Cachorro, gato, suco, vodka, tequila, gin.
No, you're doing good.
Muito mal palavras.
You're very popular here, especially because White Chicks, it's on TV all the time.
It's the one movie that deserves a sequel. I mean, it definitely deserves a sequel. One day if the studio wants to do it, they'll call us up and go, here's a proper budget, and me and my brothers would do it, and we bring the gang back and make it happen. But till then, I can't worry about it because it just becomes frustrating. So, because I can't make it happen. If they want to make it happen, I'm down to do it. You know, maybe I'll write a new one and call it White Dudes.
Yeah.
Qual é, meu irmão? Tá olhando o quê? O que é? O que tá olhando pra minha bunda? Segura o meu pudo. Segura o meu pudo. O que é? O que é o tarado? Tá olhando o quê? Gostou da minha perna?
But do you have something ready, like story or?
We have a great idea on what we could do because if you look at pop culture, it already lends us so much over the past 15 years. So much has happened. So many different kinds of celebrities are out now. Politically, we're in a completely different climate. Even with race relations, there's a lot to talk about that, you know, we didn't hit on White Chicks, and I think that's relevant right now. So, I mean, I think we could knock this one out the park.
Would you change anything about how you make jokes to adapt to these days, or?
No. I think people are sensitive. People aren't sensitive. Social media makes people sensitive. See, social media alerts the media, and then the media writes the story of what things are. Me, I do stand-up comedy. I talk to audiences consistently. I make people laugh consistently. And I tell you, they haven't changed. They're not sensitive. They're told to be sensitive by what's on social media. But the reality is you can make a joke about absolutely anything as long as you come from a good place. You know, our job is to go into dark tunnels and come out with this little light called the joke. So as soon as you walk into a certain subject on stage, people go, oh, ooh. But that's good if they go, ooh. That means they're listening. Now let me go find that laugh, and here's why I think that way. And when you do that and you do it the proper way, you get a big arousing applause, and that's what I live for.
What does White Chick mean to you for your career?
A stepping stone, you know what I mean? It was a great time for me and my brother. We did something impossible. And the beauty of doing that movie is that movie, Little Man, the combination of those two prepared me for, you know, Sage, Visual, Confuso. Because in this movie, I play 6 people.
Not every day that a long-lost family member appears out of thin air. Donate a kidney.
You said what? Why you gotta take my kidney? Why don't you take one of theirs? Don't look at me, because I sniffed way too much laptop cleaner and I popped a Molly yesterday. I want some Molly.
The funny thing about White Chicks, how the movie had some negative reviews from critics, and at the same time, it's a classic. People love the story, people love the characters, the jokes. What's wrong with the balance between critics and audience?
For some reason, we're not critic friendly. Every movie that we've had, they've said they've hated. Don't Be a Menace, White Chicks, Scary Movie 2, Little Man. We get panned. And the audience seems to love it. When they review a movie, it's hard to review comedy. You know, comedy is subjective, and if you play it for an audience, the audience is gonna enjoy it. You can't tell an audience member something's not funny when they're cracking up for 30 years. So, you know, I respect the critics and I respect their opinion. I just think you grade a drama different than you do a comedy. You should watch a comedy with a room full of people that aren't critics. And then the critics should watch the fans and go, hey, I didn't get the movie, but the audience seems to love it. One day, you hope to make a movie that everybody could enjoy.
There's a buzz about the chance of White Chicks 2 being filmed in Brazil. You know, you were here in Carnival, you were in parties in Anita's house. There's a lot of Brazil in that.
I want to film, probably not White Chicks 2, but I definitely want to film a movie in Brazil. I'm probably in the next couple of years, I want to write a movie about my experience here. And or, I don't know if it's an action comedy or a buddy action comedy, but I want to definitely do a movie and film it here in Brazil. I think that'd be amazing. I think the people want to see it, and I would try and do some of it in Portuguese.
And what about Anita? Our two friends, how did you know her?
I think I met her in the States, or I met out here. I don't know, but wherever we met, we just hit it off and became really good friends. She invites me to her home, she invites me to her parties, and when she's in LA, we'll go to dinner. We're good friends, and I love her. I think she's extremely talented, and the people love her, and she's a wonderful, sweet human being.